Show, don't tell. This simple phrase holds the key to captivating writing. But what does it really mean? Imagine trying to describe a delicious meal to a friend. You could say, "It was good," but wouldn't it be more impactful to describe the aroma, the taste, the way it made you feel? That's the difference between telling and showing. Showing is about creating an experience for your reader. Instead of simply stating facts, you use vivid language, sensory details, and action to draw them into your story. Think of yourself as a painter, using words to create a picture in the reader's mind. The more vivid your description, the more real and engaging your writing becomes. This doesn't mean you should abandon telling entirely. Sometimes you need to convey information directly. However, strive to balance telling with showing to keep your writing dynamic and engaging. Remember, the goal is to create an immersive experience for your reader. When you show, you invite your readers to step into the world you've created. They can see, hear, smell, taste, and feel everything as if they were there themselves. This technique makes your writing more vivid and memorable. It transforms your words from mere text on a page into a living, breathing experience. So next time you sit down to write, think about how you can show rather than tell. Use your words to paint a picture, to create a scene that your readers can step into and explore. By doing so, you'll not only engage your readers, but also leave a lasting impression. Your writing will come alive, and your stories will resonate more deeply. Remember, every word you choose is a brushstroke on the canvas of your story. Make each one count. With practice, you'll find the perfect balance between showing and telling, creating a rich tapestry of words that captivates and enchants. So go ahead, paint pictures with your words, and watch as your writing transforms into a vivid, immersive experience for your readers. The power of showing over telling is immense. It can turn a simple narrative into a compelling story that stays with your readers long after they've turned the last page. So embrace the art of showing and let your words create worlds that your readers will never forget. Let's look at a concrete example. Imagine you're reading a story and you come across a description of an old house. Telling, "The old house was creepy." This statement gives you a basic idea, but it doesn't really paint a picture in your mind. Showing cobwebs draped the porch swing like macabre Halloween decorations. Each gust of wind whistled through the broken window panes, sounding like a chorus of ghostly whispers. This description uses vivid imagery to make you feel like you're actually there. See the difference? The first sentence simply states a fact. The house is creepy. It tells you what to think without engaging your senses. The second sentence uses sensory details, sight and sound, to create a vivid image in the reader's mind. The reader can practically feel the cobwebs and hear the wind. This makes the scene more immersive and engaging. Another example, telling, "He was angry." This is straightforward but lacks depth. Showing, his fists clenched, knuckles white as bone. A vein pulsed visibly in his temple, a metronome keeping time with his ragged breathing. This description allows you to visualize his anger and feel the tension. Again, the first sentence merely tells us he's angry, while the second shows us his physical reaction to anger. This allows the reader to interpret the character's emotions and the intensity of the situation. By showing rather than telling, you create a more compelling and relatable narrative. Why is showing so crucial for reader engagement? It's a question that every writer should ponder, because it invites the reader to actively participate in the story. When readers are shown details, they become co-creators of the narrative. When you tell, you hand the reader a finished product. It's like giving them a completed puzzle, leaving no room for imagination. When you show, you give them the ingredients and allow them to bake their own experience. This process of discovery is what makes reading so enchanting. This active participation is far more engaging and memorable. It turns reading into an adventure, a journey that the reader embarks on. It allows the reader to connect with the story on a deeper level, drawing their own conclusions and interpretations. This personal connection is invaluable. This, in turn, strengthens their emotional investment in your writing. They feel a part of the world you've created, making the experience richer. Think of it this way. Would you rather watch a documentary about Paris or stroll through its charming streets yourself, experiencing the city firsthand? The latter is always more fulfilling. Showing and writing is akin to offering your readers a plane ticket to your story's world. It's an invitation to explore, to feel, and to imagine. Incorporating showing into your writing is easier than you might think. Start by paying attention to your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch? Use strong verbs and descriptive adjectives to paint a picture with your words. Instead of saying someone is sad, describe their slumped shoulders, their tear-filled eyes, or the way their voice cracks when they speak. Instead of saying a place is beautiful, describe the vibrant colors, the fragrant flowers, or the gentle breeze rustling through the trees. Remember, the key is to evoke emotions and create a sensory experience for your reader. By mastering the art of showing, you transform your writing from mere words on a page to a captivating journey for your reader's imagination.
Welcome everyone. Today we're diving into a fascinating aspect of writing that I like to call the art of show, don't tell. Have you ever read something where a character's fear or joy just hits you right in the gut? You can almost feel what they're feeling, right? But then, there are those moments when a writer simply tells you, like, she was scared. It's like, okay, but what does that even mean?
Yeah, that's kind of confusing. Because when someone just tells you, that really doesn't pull you in, right? It's like trying to experience a movie through a Wikipedia summary. So, how do we fix that?
Exactly. Take a little scenario. The girl was scared of the wilderness, her heart pounding at every frightening noise. That's a decent start, but it lacks that punch. What if, instead, she touches the ground, and it feels like her new guardian? It's poetic, but it doesn't come alive because we're not shown it. Show that visceral connection.
Oh, wow. So when you say show instead of tell, does that mean we should just describe what's happening in detail? Like the colors, the sounds, and maybe even the tastes?
Yes! You want to create a vivid picture in the reader's mind. Think about K.M. Weiland's explanation. Showing dramatizes, while telling summarizes. Imagine watching a movie versus reading a summary of that movie. One pulls you in, the other? It leaves out the juicy emotion.
Ooh, that's so true. So it's like going to a theme park, right? You don't just want someone telling you about the roller coaster. You want to feel that thrill, and the wind in your hair as you're riding it? Laughs.
Absolutely, and writers can do just that. Instead of saying a character felt a rush of happiness, show them laughing or maybe even jumping up and down. You want readers to feel that joy without simply spelling it out for them. It becomes much more engaging.
Okay, so then what about those moments when authors just say, like, she was angry? That's kind of boring, right?
Great point. Instead of stating the emotion outright, it's much more powerful to show it. Imagine the character's fists clenching, brows furrowing, maybe they even slam a door. Those actions speak volumes, right?
Yeah, that's super relatable. When I get mad, I might throw a pillow or something. Totally, physical. Like, it's my way of letting it out.
Exactly. It's those real, relatable reactions that pull the reader in. And remember, Andrew Stanton from Pixar emphasizes that storytelling allows the audience to piece things together themselves. Take the opening of WALL-E. There's barely any dialogue, yet so much is communicated through visuals and actions.
Right, it's like a puzzle. And we love puzzles because they, engage our brains. So we need to give the reader some of that, let them work a bit, right?
Yes! You hit the nail on the head. It's not about completely avoiding telling. Telling has its place, like when you need to convey information quickly or transition scenes. The key is finding that balance so your story flows naturally.
That makes sense. So if I'm stuck just telling too much, I should, go back and beef up those details? Add some flair?
Precisely. Revise those drafts by injecting sensory details and think about your characters' insights. Make their environments rich and alive. It can transform a simple scene into something that resonates deeply with readers.
Wow, that is powerful. It's like turning those mundane moments into something impactful. I absolutely love that. Laughs.
Yes. And remember, focusing on specifics, the smell of rain, the warmth of the sun, those unique character reactions, enhances engagement. It's about crafting those memorable experiences.
Oh gosh, I can't wait to try this. It's like taking a plain cheeseburger and throwing on, I don't know, gourmet toppings and spices? Laughs.
Exactly. You want that explosion of flavor, what the reader can see, hear, smell, and feel. Just keep writing, exploring, and don't be afraid to dive deep into that sensory world. It really makes all the difference.
I'm totally here for it. It's gonna be like a whole culinary adventure on the page. I love it.
When I first started writing, I was all about telling. I'd say she was sad and move on. But then I learned the magic of showing. Instead of stating emotions, I painted a picture. I described her trembling hands, the way her eyes glistened with unshed tears, and how she stared blankly at the rain-soaked window. Suddenly, readers felt her sadness. It's about engaging the senses. Instead of saying, the room was messy, I described the clothes strewn across the floor, the faint smell of stale pizza lingering in the air, and the dust motes dancing in the sunlight. Dialogue is another powerful tool. Instead of saying, he was angry, I let his words fly. I can't believe he did that. The tone, the volume, these details pull readers in. So, next time you write, ask yourself, how can I show this? Dive into the details, evoke emotions, and let your readers experience the story, not just read it. That's how you transform good writing into great writing.
In a world that's dim and cold, there you spark a teardrop's fire. With every note that binds me, new dreams come alive. We're singing it in unison, where hopes and hearts collide. Together we soar in the melody, carried by the breeze, our voices like a river, flowing through the trees, we're meant for more. Together we soar. We've been through the storms, but the sun will always rise. Every tone and promise through beams, through the skies. Lyric voices we betray, though told but damn will grace. And this tune of life we render, of love find its place. Feels live and free, carve again a good Together we soar in the melody. You beat by the breeze, our voices like a river, flow in harmony and check